Now talking about the two Manchester City clubs, हमारी इसमें हम
Yes.
बात कर रहे होंगे about the two Manchester City clubs जिनको
I will be talking about Manchester City under the new boss Enzo Maresca, and Dawood will be talking about Manchester United as they entered their first full season under Michael Carrick.
so the kind of unique elements जो Premier League experience provide करता है in the World Cup is great as well. But look at the minutes. It's again 2,000 minutes. Tielemans is not the destroyer kind of profile they were needing physicality, and the way he's not that tall. Santos is more of that player जो off the ball work rate अच्छा है इसका, position winning in duels में काफी अच्छा है. He could be a Casemiro sort of replacement, but still they need and they lack that midfielder जो एक physicality bring करे game के अंदर. Santos could do that, and Tielemans could do the passing wala and recycling and control out of the game to help Bruno ताकि Bruno ऊपर खेल सके. Other than that, the signing they need to do to Tielemans की तो हमने बात की, तो Tielemans को remove कर देते हैं. Signing they need to do
We could talk about the we could talk about Mount's injury issue.
हाँ वो भी कर सकते हैं, बट माउंट मुझे नहीं लगता स्टिल भी खेलेगा. इफ यू लुक एट द साइनिंग जो लास्ट सीजन करनी थी बलेवा की, अगेन उनके भी डुअल परसेंट अच्छे नहीं थे, बट ही वाज मोर ऑफ अ फिजिकल प्लेयर जो चाहिए था एक डीएम नाइट को. दिस सीजन ही हैज फॉलन ऑफ, सो ही वुडंट बी द साइनिंग फॉर मैन यूनाइटेड. As a player they are linked with and could cost them around 80 million to 90 million euros would be Adam Warden of Crystal Palace. He is great as well, conducting the play from deep and playing as a deep line playmaker. Just kind of Santos lacks that. He's more of a destroyer profile. And if you look at the duels percentage and position one, काफी बेहतर है Santos की than Ward. Personally, जो मेरे लिए signing होती है अगर मैं United का होता तो that would be Aurelien Tchouameni.
Yes, that could be a great signing for them.
Yep. The only reason Tchouameni के defensive numbers इतने ज़्यादा हैं is because of he plays at a backline जो बहुत ज़्यादा ball और midfield जो ball retain नहीं कर पाती, and at a club which में आप tempo control कर पाए by Yuri Tielemans and Bruno, he can be a great, but he has signed an extension with Real Madrid for 2031, so he won't be joining them. Other than that, I have a lot of recommendations for them, and Kamavinga could be perfect for them to join them because he eats up in charts in almost every dimension. He's like more of a complete midfielder. Just he अभी भी वो नहीं है, because if you look at the Tielemans charts, he plays more on the creative side in tempo controlling, and he's not as physical as well. But Kamavinga is physical, can carry the ball as well, is great going forward, aerially भी अच्छा है, and that's the वो. But again, Madrid won't be selling, I think so, if they don't do other signing. We will talk about other clubs as well in other videos. So the last signing which I want for United to sign, because Wharton could be a bit expensive. This player is could be expensive as well. He's not that great physically, but at the World Cup he showed he can do that as well, and was great with Tchouameni and Andy and Rabiot in a double pivot. I think that should be the player they should be signing, Manu Kone, because United need that sort of player. When they have the likes of Santos to do the dirty work, they need another player who can carry the ball, win the possession, and is really great at pressing, because Kone was great. He plays at Roma, so उसके numbers इतने अच्छे ऊपर कर नहीं आते, but United can help him elevate his game. So that's all for United की midfield. Now we need to talk about the fullback position, because at the likes of Luke Shaw and Diego Dallo, you are coming up behind, and Champions League you are getting cooked by Olise and Diaz. So
plus Luke Shaw, although stayed fit for all the Premier League games last year, United had only one game per week. Now with the addition of Champions League and possibly domestic cup competitions, there could be much more games, and hence Luke Shaw could get injured, and hence we need to be replaced. So United do need to consider possible alternatives to Luke Shaw.
If you look at Luke Shaw was great going forward and creating assists as well, but Mazraoui, he's not even the best left back at his own club. Patrick Dorgu, if you talk about him, he could be promoted up, and again he's another player who going forward बहुत अच्छा, but defensively lacks that thing. So the perfect signing जिसके लिए उन्होंने bid भी करी has been rejected by Newcastle is Lewis Hall. I think they shouldn't sell these much players, but again Newcastle has become more of a selling club. If you look at Lewis Hall, he eats up Shaw, and another English player as a left back, and United के पास रहे हैं वो players as a left back जो अच्छे होते हैं defensively as well. And I think Lewis Hall will be.
I think Lewis Hall will be sought after by almost every other Premier League club.
Yep.
Like City have
Chelsea will be.
like Lewis Hall is very sought after.
He's a very solid option and should have been picked up for the England squad as well. Okay, that's all for United. Okay, उनको एक left back चाहिए and वो other than that they have signings but they could get another centre back because Delict की back injury के issues हैं and Martinez got injured in the World Cup final as well. So that's all for them. Right back they are trusting Mazraoui and Dalot, so that's all. Left back
The
पे
meeting is
all.
about to end in 1 minute ना मुझे मैसेज कर देना फिर हम सिटी रिपोर्ट कर लेते हैं जल्दी से.
Set है, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Left back is an area where City could.
मैंने रिकॉर्ड स्टार्ट नहीं किया था. We can talk about again. एक मिनट, sorry.
सही कर.
निको
हम कर लेते हैं.
गंजालेस और उसकी बात
हम
कर लेते
ब्रीफली कर लेते हैं. आप भी मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर लेना, हम जल्दी कर लेते हैं. सही.
एक मिनट. रॉड्री. अच्छा, वी कैन टॉक अबाउट वो ना, बर्नार्डो का भी तो रिप्लेसमेंट है ना. तो बर्नार्डो का लास्ट सीजन एंड निको का तकरीबन सिमिलर था. आप ये भी बात कर सकते हो. दो मिडफील्डर्स जो है ना, एंड देन रॉड्री एंड देन जल्दी ना. ठीक है.
So let's start with Manchester City. Like they are looking to regain their ground, but they have lost a couple of key players like John Stones and Bernardo Silva have left. Right now, we are focusing on midfielders. So Bernardo Silva was a unique profile. He could play in a variety of positions and do a variety of do a multiple roles for a Pep Guardiola system. Like we can see, his ball carrying was his exceptional attribute, and he was very decent all rounder. Like he could pass forward. He had a good forward pass percentage, and he had key passes as well. Now, Nico Gonzalez was player in the holding midfield. He stepped in for Rodri when Rodri wasn't fit, and usually filled in admirably. But Rodri, being Rodri, who is the best in the world, the City did miss his presence. But Nico Gonzalez is a very good option to step in if needed.
For Bernardo Silva.
Now,
comparing him to Rodri, actually, the player
the player he has stepped in for. So Rodri is arguably very complete, as we say. Like he's exceptional in terms of progressive passes, duels won, forward pass percentage, and a bit short in ball carrying and possession one. But Rodri is more of a dictator. Yeah, he doesn't need to do it. Rodri has he has good distribution. He can just dictate the tempo from the base of the midfield. Na? He doesn't need to carry the ball forward. City have other players to do that. So replacing Rodri means replacing arguably the best midfielder in the world. City have made a signing. Elliot Anderson shown at Nottingham Forest last season. He was highly sought after. City secured their man. Now, the plan is for Elliot Anderson to play alongside Rodri in midfield, and so that those two could complement each other. They have a similar profile, but Elliot Anderson, for example, excels more in possession one. So while Rodri could dictate the tempo, Elliot Anderson could offer value off the ball. Off the ball.
Off the ball, Anderson will provide a more of a destroyer profile. Jo Rodri is developing in that game and he's becoming more of a destroyer. But Anderson is more of that player, not that technical, but a similar profile to Rodri.
Yeah. Now, as we can see with the number of minutes played, Elliot Anderson has no fitness concerns as well. That's also a plus. But now, another name being mentioned, linked to Manchester City, is Ayoub Bouhaddi. So Bouhaddi was very good, very impressive for Morocco at the World Cup. He passed the eye test. He looked very comfortable in possession, and he always looked to be positive and pass the ball forward, which have led to City being interested in signing him. City have right now City have two options: whether to loan him back to Lille for 1 year, and then he could join the Etihad. Then he could join City in 2027, or he could join City immediately. If Rodri leaves, then he could possibly arrive this summer. Another player City have, another profile City have is Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic is also someone who could dictate the tempo at the base of midfield. He's not more of a destroyer.
He's great at doing that, and he carries the ball well as well.
Yeah, Kovacic is more of a ball carrier. Kovacic has good close control and dribbling, so he can carry the ball forward as well as passing it forward.
He spreads resistance as well, जो Bouhaddi भी है. Bouhaddi did make a couple of mistakes in the World Cup, but
he's young.
Yeah,
and
he will develop.
Inexperienced, but with time he could develop into a very fine. With Kovacic, there are age concerns and there are fitness concerns, so he's unlikely to play 90 minutes every game. But he is a decent option for City if they want some change.
So I want to add one thing. There was another player that City wanted to sign and bid him for in May as well. That was Camavinga of Madrid. And if you want, like, in my opinion, he will be a perfect fit to this City. जैसे मेरे इसका खेलता है, he dominates all the charts. If you compare him with a Rodri, a Kovacic, a Bouhaddi, he's like
Oh yes.
really great at everything. If you look at what he's eating, Kovac can be similar. उसमें है. Even in Rodri, he's so similar to Rodri. So at Madrid, if Madrid doesn't sign Rodri, they can replace, they can get that Kamavinga out of, to play him in the double pivot. Khair, that's all. Rodri wouldn't. Abhi news आई है कि Rodri in a couple of hours ago, a couple of hours ago, Barcelona didn't have the capital to sign him and then register him, so probably mushkil hogi until they let go of players. So that's another story. Either he signs the extension or joins Madrid or Barca for free. Madrid is out of the race right now for the bidding thing. Now moving on to the fullbacks of Manchester City.
Yes. So this is an interesting area. Matheus Nunes has done a very good job at right back, filling in at right back, but that's not his primary position. City could do with an upgrade. Tino Livramento is the ideal option. He has been very impressive at Newcastle. He has some fitness concerns, but overall on the ball and out of possession, he passes the eye test. He's a good 1v1 defender, and he can cross the ball, and he's very good in possession as well.
He would be an upgrade over Matthias Nunes for sure.
Yeah, he could be an upgrade.
Defensively,
his draft is a bit
liability
limited here, but at Newcastle don't dominate the ball as much as City do.
Yep. And out of possession, Livramento has been good as well.
Yeah, Livramento and can play both sides as well. He can also be an option at left back.
But
and he's Premier League proven. He's homegrown.
Nonetheless, Nunes, it's still a good option. Like, he outshined his position while playing as well. Other option you were talking about.
Yeah, another option could be another Premier League proven option would be Malo Gusto at Chelsea. Gusto is a backup, mainly a backup role. Gusto is mainly playing a backup role at Chelsea, Reece James, and he could fancy a switch to Etihad in search for more minutes. And he's also Premier League proven. He has played for France at the World Cup. Gusto has a similar profile to both Nunes and Tino Livramento. Like Chelsea dominate the ball more than Newcastle. Hence, Gusto has more in terms of progressive passes. He has a similar profile in terms of expected assists and crosses as well. Like, Gusto is not very impressive, but he is someone who can do a very solid job. He can sometimes switch off or be a bit inconsistent, but he still represents a good option for Manchester City if they choose to invest in the right back area. Both Matheus Nunes and even Malo Gusto could play together at both rotations.
Yeah, or play on the both flanks as well.
Yes.
Care about Livramento, the graph doesn't justify his importance. He could be a great player for City, and he's a young upcoming prospect from England. So I think they should go for Livramento at the right back and could sign another centre back if they want depth.
City I think tried for Livramento last summer, but the deal didn't happen due to finances, and City chose to prioritize other positions. But I think in future, when City do need a right back, Livramento is the one they should be going.
And if you want to compare Rico Lewis, we can do that as well.
Yeah.
He's so short.
Yeah, Rico Lewis is in.
एक मिनट में color change कर देना different होकर के आपसे.
So Rico Lewis is an option. Here we can see the graph in light pink. His graph is also limited. He also played limited number of minutes. He doesn't exactly suited to the role Pep Guardiola's City used to play. Isn't exactly suited to the right back role which was needed in Pep Guardiola's system. Let's see if he can suit Enzo Maresca. But as it stands, City do need a replacement for him because he isn't as good as City need a right back to be.
That's all from us from the Manchester clubs.